Hi!
Hi,
Chelsea Gray with Indianapolis Colts. How are you doing?
Chelsea. I'm doing well. Rick Rory, good to see you.
Good. Nice to meet you.
Nice
How's
to
your
meet
day
you.
been so far?
I'm doing very well. Busy with work and family things, but it's been a good day.
That's good. At least it'll be nice when you get out.
Yes, yeah, it might rain, but we're.
I'm hoping not.
Yeah,
As of nice, it was nice when I came in, so.
yeah, good.
So this is a nice facility. How long has it been here?
We're about 20 years old, and I've been here about that length of time, and so yeah, we're very blessed with nice facilities, a nice campus, and trying to keep it that way.
Wow, good. Do you like the position you're in right now?
Yeah, I've been here for a long time, and so yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully they'll keep me around a little longer.
Good
So,
for you.
yeah.
Congratulations on that.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, thank you very much for taking the time to speak with me today. With Indianapolis Colts, is what I would like to do today is ask you a few questions, get a better understanding of your business, tell you a little about us, and then see what we could offer in advertisements to help you guys grow. Does that sound good?
Sounds great, yeah.
Okay, well, I guess I'll start with some questions. Would anyone else benefit from being in this meeting?
Possibly, but we probably keep that to a next meeting. You know, we have a foundation director that also handles our marketing areas,
Okay.
and typically we jointly advertise and co-brand things as well. And in addition, you know, she has donors that you know she provides services for and things like that. So yeah, there could be at a future meeting we could bring her in. Her name's Polly Craig.
Polly? Okay.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
she's the executive director of our foundation called the Youth Opportunity Center Foundation.
Okay. So with your guys' advertisements, what do you guys currently advertise? Would it be your products, your brand name, or something else?
Yeah, there's a variety of things that we do. You know, we provide services in a multi-county area throughout the state of Indiana. So we're in about 40 different counties where we receive children from, and but our primary presence is in Delaware County. So we do a lot of business-to-business direct marketing with what we call placing agents, the people that send children to us.
Oh,
But,
okay.
but then, in addition to that, you know, our brand is important in our advertising from awareness standpoint, just from a donor standpoint. So we need to get our success stories out, get our name out. So when we ask people for funding, to get funding, that they're aware of us, aware of what we do, and those types of things. So we do, you know, we do some things with the Star Press. We do some direct mail, you know, and we sponsor some events, you know, that kind of thing.
Okay. How does that work out for your business as of now?
Well, as a former marketing student at Ball State, you know, as well, it's hard for us to fully understand the results of what it is that we do. But relative to, we try to connect our advertising efforts with our donation numbers, the number of new donors we have and donation amounts, as well as placements that we get. And so far we're meeting our objectives. And so, you know, we like some of the things that we've been doing, but we always think that we can be more efficient and effective in how we utilize our dollars.
Okay, so you're not really getting results back then, but you know that you're meeting your objectives for it?
Yes, yeah, we measure, sometimes it's hard to know what directly influences what, you know, but yeah, we do some rudimentary measures on our advertising effectiveness, yeah.
Okay. Is there anything that you guys, that your current advertisement stands out to you that you really like or dislike?
Not really, no. You know, we created our foundation, you know, there's the Youth Opportunity Center proper, and we have a separate corporation, 501c3, not-for-profit, the Youth Opportunity Center Foundation. And so some of the complications have been kind of making sure that whatever we do complements each other. And that where we can be efficient in co-branding, that we're doing that, and where it makes sense for us to be separate. So we're still getting our feet wet with that a little bit. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but so, yeah.
Okay. So would there be anything that you'd want to change then?
Change regarding what?
Your current advertisements that you guys use?
You know, we don't have any plans to change right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you guys have a certain target market that you guys set your goals to reach?
We do. The business-to-business marketing that we do is very easy. I mean, there's only so many counties in Indiana, and each county has people that are responsible for the children that we market and that we want to have placed with us.
Okay.
And so, relative to identifying them and targeting them. It's very easy for us, to do that. We want to be at conferences and seminars where they are, and we want to, do some appointment generation meetings with them as well, what we call on them. Relative to just more general, broader reach, we're trying to identify people with discretionary income that can donate money to us, that will have a connection, a passion for what we do, have a history of philanthropy, have means to make significant contributions.
Okay, so then you're looking to reach out to more people even?
Oh, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any new promotions or anything that you guys are looking to accomplish with your advertisements?
Not currently.
Not currently? Okay. Do you guys have a certain advertisement budget that you like to stay in?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a certain number that you like to share with me as of now, or it's open?
Yeah, it's open. The recession was difficult on all of us, and obviously we were hesitant to cut anything related to our outreach relative to what it is we're trying to do. But like everything else within our budget items, it did get cut as well. But things are improving and recovering now, and so we're just now in our budgeting cycle for next fiscal year. Our fiscal year is July 1, and so our budget will be completed towards the end of May, early June for July 1, and so some of those numbers for next year are being established now. So your timing is relatively good.
Okay, awesome. Well, that's good. Since you guys are looking to reach out to more people and you'll have new plans for this upcoming year, it sounds like, I'd like to share you some opportunities that we could offer for you guys. Does that sound good?
Absolutely, sure.
Okay. I'll give you a little packet so you can just follow along with me as well. First, I'll start off by telling you a little about the Colts. If you want, you can take that off, whichever's comfortable for
Okay.
you.
Now, I want you to know up front I'm a Chicago Bears fan.
Oh, you are?
And I have a real distaste for the Colts. So, yeah. See, you notice the flags up there, and we're big Bears fans. So if you have a Bears package, maybe we could, talk.
Well, I work at the Colts, so
And
there won't be
then-
no Bears,
And I think it was in 2006 the Colts beat us in the Super Bowl as well. So, but I'll try not to let that bite us.
Well, so you get a better understanding of our target and who you would be reaching if you were to advertise with us. Our gender breaks down into 56% male and 44% female. This is actually one of the largest female fan bases in sports.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you want to just flip to the next page, talk a little about NFL. As you know, the Super Bowl is one of the most watched television shows. The NFL is actually the most popular sport among teens, men, and women, actually.
I'm a huge NFL fan.
You are?
I was following the Bears, absolutely. I not only watch the Bears, but anything that affects the Bears. And so I'm into the NFL, and I understand the NFL's reach, and
Oh, yeah.
they're a marketing machine.
How long have you been a Bears fan then?
Since I was 5 years old.
Really? Did
Yeah.
it come from your family, or were you just...
It came just, I was
From you?
exposed to it. Yeah, back when I was young, there was only 3 stations.
Uh-huh.
And your television only got 3 stations, and so you watched what was on. And so in our market, the Colts were still in Baltimore, and so the only thing that was on TV here locally were the Bears.
Oh,
And so
okay.
they were terrible, but I watched them every week as a kid. And now my son, who is 5, going to be 6 tomorrow,
Oh, congratulations.
could tell you almost every member of the Bears roster today.
No way.
And watches every game today. Yeah. So,
Good for him.
and I've taught him to just have a distaste for the Colts as well. So, but
Nice.
yeah.
Well, to give you an example of our demographic NFL fans, there's a survey that we've done from ages 7 to 54. It averages out to 75% of people. This is 3 out of every 4 people are NFL fans. And then the next page has a picture of our beautiful stadium, downtown Indianapolis. Have you been there?
I have.
Okay.
Actually, I saw our Ball State Cardinals beat the Hoosiers in Lucas Oil 2 years ago.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, we hold different events, NCAA basketball games, exhibitions, convention, trade shows. So if you were to advertise with us, it wouldn't just be football games. You could get a broad range of people and events. At our stadium, nearly 1.5 people attend the stadium each year.
So do you work for the Colts or do you work for the stadium management?
I work for the Colts, but we sell a variety of advertisements and a variety of things that you can do with us.
All right.
So.
All right, great.
So that gives you a little understanding about some of the Colts facts.
Do you have not-for-profit organizations that advertise as well?
Yes.
You do? Can you give me some examples or?
Well, we do events actually that we can hold with people. We do like blood drives. Some people do different community events. Actually, we take input from whatever the customer would want, and we would help them out with their events.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Some examples of what you could advertise with us would be team marks. Partners are granted a non-transferable license to use the Colts trademark. Do you think that would be something you'd be interested in, or no?
So explain this to me more. We would be able to use the Colts brand in some of the things that we do?
Yes.
And so there's pricing relative to how we utilize that and what rules dictate how we use it and those types of things?
Yes, if you were to become a partner with us, then we would give you the right to use our logo on any type of like event that you would have or whatever you guys would like to do.
Awesome.
And as I go through these, if there's something that you don't want to do, then I can just pass by. If it is, then I can tell you more in depth. So feel free to speak up.
Right.
The next would be signages at our games. Do you think this would be something you would be interested in?
Obviously that we haven't gotten to any kind of price issue, so I'm not sure what range of budget is necessary to purchase what aspect of your package yet.
Okay.
So, obviously we're interested.
Okay. Well, if you're interested, then I'll give you a little more information about it.
Okay.
And then towards the end, once I find out all that you're interested in, I could give you some price quotes, and we can go from there.
Awesome.
If that sounds good.
Good. Yeah.
Okay. Our signages are actually LED signages, high definition. We have a variety of packages you could choose from. The first one here is a 15 by 24 LED screen. As you see, these two pictures resemble the 15 by 24. It will be played 2 minutes during a pregame and 2 minutes during each quarter, and there's two screens on the north side and the south side of the stadium.
Do you know the demographic of the audience as far as the majority that is it Marion County, the majority, or within that demographic region? Or I know a lot of people travel to go to the games, but I was just wondering about the typical breakdown of the geography where these people live.
Well, a variety of it is going to be, we have it changes from each game, obviously, from wherever the team is traveling from, etc. If you do have a certain game that you would be interested in working with us, I can give you a breakdown of statistics the next time we meet. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sure. Great.
Okay.
Great, thank you.
Okay. Our next screenage would be a little smaller version. It would be a 6 by 10. As you see, the Bud Light is an example of there. Would that be something you would want to be interested in?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
I mean, again, everything is a price benefit breakdown.
Okay. We have a replay logo. This is one replay throughout a game, but you get a total of 10 during the season.
Okay.
We also have LED ribbon. As you see, the H.H. Gregg is an example. It's about 3 feet tall, and it plays a total of 3 minutes and 20 seconds. It has the entire length of 480 feet throughout the stadium. And then our next one would be corner ribbon board. A lot of our customers actually like this because no matter where you're sitting in the stadium, there's going to be 3 where they're obviously going to see. As you see, for an example, if someone's sitting here, you have 3 screens showing up. So it's going to be more recognized in the consumer's brain.
Yeah, the vantage points would be good.
Yes. And then we have a stat board. If you'd like to advertise on that, the stats are from nationally wide of all the games. If that would be something you're interested in.
Sure.
Okay. And then we also have signages outside. These are LED signs as well. There's one on the north side and the south side. and they appear every 6 minutes for a total of 10 seconds per message. So that gives a little example of some of our signage that we have.
Right.
Next would be print. We do season ticket direct mailing and season ticket booklet. Do you think you'd be interested in anything with that?
Yeah, I'm curious, again, as far as all the things, how they're packaged and priced would be a big consideration on how it might fit our needs. So until I look at that, I'm gonna say sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
The thing that's nice about our ticket direct mailing is approximately 16,000 ticket holders receive this mailing. So that's what stands out about our direct mailing with our tickets that a lot of customers like.
Great.
We also have radio. This covers 47 stations. As you see, there's an example throughout Indiana of what's grayed out that shows all the coverage that we hold with our stations. To get an example of our stations, we also have pre-game radio, in-game radio, and post-game radio stations.
Awesome.
We also have weekly TV shows. Do you think you'd be interested in doing television? Or
Again, to me, it's going to end up being, what level of pricing that we'd be able to afford, and so, yeah. So at some point, I'd be interested in seeing, all that you have to offer.
Okay,
So, yeah.
all right.
Obviously, we'd be limited. We're not going to be able to do everything, and some of the
Yes.
higher price things we wouldn't be able to do given what we're trying to accomplish. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Our television is kind of a higher price, but as of so far, I know the signages, that would be a little lower. It would depend on, actually, the prices more would depend on how many times you guys would want to advertise with us. Do you guys have a certain amount or anything as of now?
Again, it'd be difficult until I am able to understand scope of price. So,
Okay.
yeah, of knowing just kind of frequency and that type of thing.
All
So,
right,
yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Our webpage, we have ads, and then we also have a lot of customers like to do a register to win contest. This kind of provides feedback for consumers if they want to know data from their fans.
Sure.
So that gives you an example of that. And we also have on the next page, you can see pictures of sizes if you would like to choose with our web. And then we have a game program. 35,000 copies of our game program is actually distributed free at each home game. So a lot of consumers like that because 35,000, that's a lot of people, and it's given out for free.
Right. And you do know, you see the Bears person, you're like pushing them down, but they won that game by about 24 points last year. So just not to rub that in. Or anything. So, are you a Colts fan?
I am.
Sorry about that. Yeah, it's too bad.
We also have tickets. If you guys would like to do tickets with us, we can do group tickets or single tickets.
That's something that we might, depending again on the price. I see the potential for us to actually do some purchasing of tickets relative to some experiences for our kids, some donors sponsoring tickets for our kids, and us also buying to potentially host events for our donors as well.
Okay.
So that's something that we
So that kind of sticks out even more.
at this point, yeah.
Okay. Here's an example of our stadium as well. And then our cute mascot, his name is Blue. He appears at around 40 times a year for appearances. If you would like to advertise, we do advertisements on his uniform. We also have appearances with our cheerleaders, and actually our web traffic for our cheerleaders receives more than other parts of our website. So if you were to advertise, that would be a good part for the website. I know you said you would want tickets. Suites, we also have single game and long-term suites. Would that be something interesting?
I'd
or
be
just want
interested
tickets?
maybe a potential of a suite evening as a possible. Do you know how many people can enjoy a suite in a game?
Yes, we have suites that hold 19 people and 21 people.
Okay.
Do you have a certain amount of people that you would know would work, or
It could be in that range.
in the range?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then next would be just our season games. If there's any game in particular that you know you'd like to advertise at, or as of now No?
Not yet. Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, that gives you an example of some of the things that we have to offer for you. I know you seem for sure on the tickets and the suites. Is what I like to do next is kind of come back with a more quote from what you guys would want.
Okay.
I can give you a quote on all of the things since you seem kind of interested in a variety. Would that be good?
Yeah, just general range of pricing I think would be a point to start with relative to some other signage within the event itself. But definitely more about tickets and maybe host an event for our donors or a season ticket purchase. Yeah.
Okay, so tickets and events.
Like a suite event, like what would it, for us to take donors to an event for us to get a suite for a game, for instance. I think we'd be interested in that.
Okay.
As well as the potential of buying a block or a group of season tickets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any game in particular that you would like to have for tickets to watch?
It would depend on the date, Chelsea, just to be honest. So there's not necessarily a team. I think, I know the NFL plays Thursday, Monday, Sunday. I know the Colts have some off games besides Sunday afternoon. Are all the games priced the same?
Yes.
They are?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes.
So Peyton coming back with the Broncos is priced the same as seeing the Rams play?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, I think the Bronco game would be one that we'd be interested in.
Okay.
Maybe Houston as well,
Okay.
and then as a backup Seattle. But part of that would be just how it would fit relative to what time of day those games were, what day of the week they were.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, of
Okay,
course.
all right.
And would you like a quote on one single ticket so could do the calculations, or do you have a certain amount? Of
Probably price us in one game in a suite,
Okay.
and in addition to that, a block either of 12 or 24 season tickets.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
And I know there's different levels and pricing of tickets, but probably it wouldn't be a premium seat, but probably a moderate price seat.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, that sounds great. I'm glad I got more information on
Yeah.
you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any questions as of now for me?
Not yet. Is relative to the contract that you have, is given the environment in Boston recently, and just how events can occur, and would there be insurance if for instance, if we bought tickets or a game and there was some kind of interruption of that event?
Yes.
Is there a refund or that type of?
Yes, we would
question?
give refund, and we also, with our refund, we also are able to give out tickets for next season for free.
Okay.
So
All right.
we have a little reimbursement for that if that was an issue. Hopefully not. So,
Okay. All right.
but
Great.
yes.
All right. Oh, awesome. It's been very informative. Again, even though I'm not a Colts fan, I understand the value of having the Colts
Yes.
in Indianapolis and the interest that our kids would have and our donors would have in the event. And I might even, degrade myself enough to go at some point in time
Yeah,
as well.
I hope you would
yeah,
enjoy
so-
a nice game.
Yeah.
So, do you have a certain time you would like me to come back next week, or any time for you?
My schedule's relatively flexible, and so when you get your information and ready, just shoot me a call or email, and
Okay.
we'll schedule something like we did this
That
time.
sounds good. All right, I will email you then,
Okay.
and you can go ahead and keep that packet
Okay,
for
great.
information to look over.
Awesome.
And here's my business card for the
Right.
meanwhile.
Okay, great. And
So-
likewise, here's who I am and a better way to contact me as well. So.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
okay.
It was nice talking to you
Nice
today.
to talk to you as well.
Have a good
Yeah,
day.
Yeah, good luck.
Awesome.